Hello everybody. Well, this is my favorite type of exploring of all. This is an abandoned road. This road is no longer serviced. I'm pretty sure that very few people ever come up here. It's actually my first time on this road. I wonder what I'll find. There's already something interesting. Look at that. Let's see. Be careful of that sliding. Check that out. That's a strange thing to see. Look at this. What a very interesting find. You know what this is? Now first let's talk about the material. Can you see the little knots there? This is bamboo. The green bamboo would be cut into long strips like this and then woven. See how they're woven, braided together? Isn't that interesting? So down here you can see on the inside, and it would be braided together and then wetted and then secured into place. And what it is, this is the binding on an old Japanese bucket or barrel, probably a large barrel, just like they would have the iron rings on a Western style barrel. A cooper. Cooper, of course, is the job of barrel maker. Cooper would create a barrel by making the staves, fitting them together, and then applying a band. In Japan, the staves are made of a special type of wood. I can't remember. I used to know. And it's cut in a particular grain. There are two grain fashions, cross grain or straight grain. And they are fitted together without any sealant or any adjoining materials other than these bamboo binding. And then the bamboo is wet, put around it, and then it dries and seals into place and creates a very tight fit. And so this is an old band on a wooden barrel. Now why it's here in this basically culvert, I have no idea, on an abandoned road. We'll leave it where we found it, an old Japanese bamboo band. Let's wonder why and keep on walking. You can see that there's a good deal of debris on the road here. Falling down from this little cliff face up here. Here's a landslide. The road's in pretty good shape though. Now one of the things that's interesting about these roads is that they were made for a purpose. Farming. And the fact that no one is allowed up this road anymore, basically blocked off, indicates, except that came up, indicates that whatever was done up here is now no longer being done, and you can see evidence of that right here. That's one of the fun things about hiking in a place like this, is to try to find traces of the past, and try to discern what was being done. Now, if you've watched videos in the past, you know what this is. This is an anchor station. There was once an aerial tram line that was situated here, the bottom part of the tram station. The bottom tram station was situated right here, and you can see that nice little stream there, and we can position by the hooks here indicate that it probably the line fed straight up there. It's all overgrown with trees. These trees are at least 10 years old, and the tram is all gone. And at one time there was a line leading up there that the farmer used to bring the produce down from the mountains. That farm is gone, the tram line is gone, but the farm is probably still up there, all overgrown now. Look at this tree growing out of this water cistern here, and this waterfall here. Beautiful little waterfall. So somewhere up there, there's a farm. Probably a tea farm. Very, very lovely. Now there are giant, and by giant I mean gargantuan frogs and toads that live here. And I was wondering if you could see any there. Really nice waterfall, isn't this pretty? You see that splash coming out of a culvert. Stone wall. It's probably, these are hand-placed stones. This road was built in a time when everything was done by hand. There were machines that helped, but men affixed each of those stones in place, just like the old days. And here's the culvert, and we can look up the other side. There are frogs and crabs and lots of animals, probably leeches too, growing here and living here. Let's keep on moving. I suspect I've shared this sentiment before, but exploring in this part of Japan in early April is like being in a theater just before the curtain rises and the performance goes on. It's quiet. You can hear my bell, my footsteps, the clack-clack of my stick and the water below in the stream. But, other than that, there's not much else. Soon enough, though, the sounds of the forest will become in some places, a cacophony of noise, of insect whirs. You'll hear monkeys moving through the trees. I'll come across troops of monkeys once in a while, and hear the mountain sheep grunting at me. Occasionally strange sounds that I hear in the forest that I've never been able to identify. But for now, it's all peace and quiet. It's a beautiful time to stroll and let your imagination wander. Look at this. I've found a rotting log walkway. Oh, you hear it cracking, leading down to the stream. And a very curious piece of human engineering. Look at this. 2 waterfalls. Now, the Japanese modern engineers are very fond of concrete. Older engineering efforts were done in stone. I've never seen anything like this. It appears to be a waterfall formed of very heavy iron. Look at the iron joint there. Making cages, big iron cages that have been filled with rocks. And basically create a dam, a stone dam. You see another rampart there. I guess rampart's the right word. The one above seems to be different. It seems to be on an angle, aiming back this way. Again, filled with rocks and debris and water flowing through the top. Very interesting. I've never seen anything quite like that. Now there are wild cherry trees blooming this time of the year up here. I'll try to keep my eyes out for any and show them to you. But I like this little bit of engineering. Any crabs? Well, when losing the light, it's getting dark and hard to pick things out. Turning this log over to see if there's any centipedes under there. And I found one specimen, although I suspect that this is actually a millipede. A little hard for me to tell, all curled up like that. Centipede, millipede. Centipedes are, of course, carnivores. All centipedes are carnivores. And millipedes tend to be herbivores. They tend to have more legs and tend to be a little more gentler in their disposition. Centipedes are very aggressive. The Asian, there's a giant centipede, the Japanese giant centipede, the Asian centipede, lives here in Japan. They get enormous and they're delivering a fierce bite. Well, actually it's a grab. Centipede's jaws are actually their first front legs. Not sure what this little guy is. Let's see if I can zoom in a little more and stay focused. There, no, I'm going to lose focus. He's not hurt. I think he's just kind of still in hibernation. Maybe. Hard to tell. Put him back over here and cover the log up. Always turn that log back over whenever you are looking for creepy crawlies in the forest. Try not to crush them. There we go. Grow up to be a big giant hunter soon. Well, look at this, friends. We've reached the end of the line. This is where the road comes to an end. Look at the large trees up there. Snapped. And falling over. Branches everywhere. The road comes to an end here. And almost marking the road here is a couple of poles, wooden stakes driven into the ground. But I think we can keep on going. Look at that, there's a hole through there. Another one of these waterfalls. Stone debris everywhere, rocks. Water here. Wow, very interesting here over the edge here. Little waterfall. Now that is a tangled mess. I see a waterfall. Look at that. Can you see it? Let's see if I can zoom in. That might be worth investigating. Look at that. Can't quite focus on it though. Let's go up there and take a look, shall we? I love investigating little waterfalls. It's going to be a bit of a bushwhack to get up there though. Let's go. Here we go. It should be just a hop, skip, and a jump. Hop, skip, so to speak, and a jump. Lots of bamboo tangle in here. Here's the rock spillway. I'll just leave the camera running while I ascend to this falls. Now, when I'm hiking like this, and I'm pushing into dense growth, I like to, I like to avoid falling. I like to give a little shout out sometimes, to use the popular language, to any bears or boars that may be here. I basically say, excuse me for intruding upon your land. I say, Shitsurei shimasu. Excuse me. That's what you say in Japan. In Japanese, when you enter a room sometimes, and you may be disturbing people. Oh, there's our little waterfall. Let's get up here. Now, 3-point hiking, that's the trick. When climbing, always keep at least 3 appendages. And yes, teeth do count. Touching, firmly holding on. If you slip, you've got pretty good grip on things. It's going to be really nice up here in another 2 months. Very, very green. Whoa! Whoa, lots of little, can you see them? All the little insects? Here's our little waterfall. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. Gurgle, gurgle. Water passing into the debris field there. Wow, that's really nice. Got hundreds of little insect-like midges all around my face now. Now, a little later in the year, I wouldn't linger in a place like this very long. This would be a great leech grotto. Leeches would be hiding here in the moist areas. And with my foot sitting like that, or here, they'd be doing their little somersaults to get at me. And I'd find a leech or two crawling over my body, or having a blood meal. Isn't this pretty? And over here too. Something's crawling on me. Oh, yeah, that was a spider. It wasn't a very big one, but it startled me. You know, I love spiders, but I'm always startled when I find them on my person. Isn't this a beautiful waterfall? There's a little rivulet coming down through the mountain. And a bamboo tangle up there. Wow. Beautiful place. Here's a little hiking tip you can learn from my pain. I'm not bleeding, but this hand is in a lot of pain right now. I made a mistake. One I'm usually careful not to do, but here I did it. This tree right here, I don't know what it is, but it's got these little dents here, and each of them here has a thorn. Let's see if I can get in. Wish I had my Zacti sometimes. It's got that beautiful zoom. Can you see that? That thorn right there? That's a badass. Look at that. All over the place. All of these little slots have them. And if you're bushwhacking, as I'm doing right now, and you lean against this tree with your hand like that, whoa, look at this long one. And I just got about 5 of these all the way up. They punctured. I'm amazed there's no blood. I stumbled a little bit and grabbed onto here and got it. They're all over this tree. They've gotten me before. I should know better. Now I just heard an animal across the valley there. Strange sound, one I'd never heard before. I always hear animals when the camera's off. I wonder what it is. Shitsureishimasu! Pushing my way through up this canyon a little bit. It's almost evening, so I won't go too far. Found a little waterfall. Let's go have a look-see, shall we? The dry water course here. And the wet stuff's over there. Wow, very pretty. Hey, 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 I think I see a cave. Look at that. Could that be a cave? Okay, let me see, I get a closer look at what might be a cave. No, oh, yeah, it is a cave, yes. Look at that. There we go. Zoom in for a closer look. We have a cave. Anybody home? No faces staring out at me? Very nice. Now, there were gold mines in these mountains at one time. It could be. Here's a nice waterfall. A pool. Nice place to soak up a little bit in the summertime. Take a breather. Oh, beautiful falls. Very, very nice. Water tumbling all about. Look at this tree. You know, I'm just now at the start of the growing season, the spring in the mountains here. And there's not much light out yet, but soon enough this will be a very lively place. And this beautiful waterfall real. He's just a fountain of life. A garden of Eden. And there's a corpse from last year. See that dead spider? Right there? It's probably a golden orb weaver that's been hanging there since last season. I can't believe it. Dead. Soon this will be a spider grotto as well. Spiders everywhere. Beautiful spot. Well, thank you everybody for taking the time to join me. Let's turn around, you can have a better look at the falls. Thanks for joining me on this little hike. New area for me, never been up in this area. I really like it. I think we're going to need to do some more exploring. I'm going to head on back now. It's getting to the evening. It's time to head on home. But I'll keep this in mind for future exploration. Take care everybody. I'm going to think of a name for this falls too. Bye bye.